Andy got out. Oh no. It stays fluffy for a couple days. Half a gallon of milk. Hey y'all, I'm Amy and welcome back to Misty on Farm. Today I am out here getting a few things done in the barn because we've got some major storms coming through tonight and tomorrow and the next day. And so I'm trying to get some things prepared. I'm hoping that Peaches here doesn't decide to farrow in the middle of a bad storm. She's done that once before. But right now I'm out here and I'm going to be putting up some of the wire at the base of the pen and just getting things a little more weatherproof. So let's get started.
No.
Little pieces. Yes, you are. Yes, little sweet honey blossom.
See that?
Yes. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. What do you say? What do you think?
Look at this.
Can y'all see how fluffy she is? She's so fluffy. She's so fluffy. She's watching the kids jump on the goat play thing right there. Don't climb into the hay rack, okay? Thank you. So, Miss Honey Blossom here is about ready to start her halter training. Come here, look at the people. Come, turn this way. Turn over here. Turn your face. Turn your face. Come here, look. Look. There she is. There she is. A sweet baby. A sweet baby. What you think? She says, no, I'm going to watch the children's. I'm going to be moving her into a pasture where the stallion donkey is not, because I don't go out there with him, because there he is, because he's not nice. He's not nice. Stallions and bulls are not safe, y'all. Don't start. Yeah. And there they go. Anyway.
Now you quit it.
Anyway.
Quit it, Sky.
He doesn't like it when I mess with the donkeys. And he's not safe. So, I'm going to get Dandy and Honey Blossom and hopefully Myrtle too, because I was thinking that she would be due a month or two after Sky was, but that hasn't happened yet. So I think she's later than, okay. Watching them. Here, baby, let me finish telling the people something. And so I think that Myrtle is later than I thought she would be. Cows are hollering. Anyway, so Myrtle is going to be having a baby next at some point in time. Not anytime soon, I don't think. But I'm going to get her. Oh man, I missed it. The goats were playing.
What are they doing?
They're being funny. Anyway, I'm going to get hopefully Myrtle and Dandelion and Honey Blossom moved into a separate field so that I can start Honey's training.
Elmo. The goat's water bucket is right there. What are we doing?
Andy got out.
Oh no.
here working on putting some fence up at the base of this fence line here so that the babies can't get through the cattle panel. And so I figured I'd talk to y'all for a second about the birth. By the time you watch this video, there might be babies, there might not. This will post on Saturday morning, and Saturday is the 14th is her due date. So I'm hoping she doesn't start having babies till the actual daytime and not in the middle of the night, but you never know. She's done both. She's had them once mid-morning on a Saturday, and then she's had them in the middle of the night in a storm before. So but what I wanted to talk to y'all about was, I had said that I wanted to do a live birth, or go live to show the birth. And then my husband was like, Amy, how are you gonna do that? There's no signal in the barn. Like, you get under that, they already have a bad signal as it is. When I go, y'all, first of all, we don't have much of a signal out here to begin with. Second of all, our Wi-Fi is like really bad. It's really bad. It takes, when I go to upload a YouTube video, if it's like a 20-minute YouTube video, it takes 4 hours to upload. If it's longer than that, like my last video was 40 minutes long, it took the whole, I started uploading it at night before I went to bed. The next morning when I got up, it still had 20 minutes left to finish uploading. All night long, y'all. Our internet is awful because we're way out in the middle of nowhere. But the point is, I can't go live on internet like that, and I don't have a signal. And so I can't go live because we have terrible service, and then we have terrible Wi-Fi. And so I told him, I was like, well, what am I supposed to do then in the future? Like, if I want to start doing lives and stuff, what do I do? He's like, well, I guess we just would have to figure out a different internet. Probably Starlink, because that's something we could get out here. But there's a waiting list for that or something. I don't know how that works. I just know it takes a long time and it's not cheap. So, y'all, I can't do lives, which is disappointing. But that doesn't mean I won't film every single bit of it for y'all. What I'm doing, in case you can't tell, these little wire ties, wire ties, cable ties, whatever, little 4-inch things is what I'm using to attach this to the fence, to hopefully keep piglets where they should be. Okay, so you're gonna have to excuse my hair. This is what happens. See, I air dry it because I don't have time for anything else. So when I air dry it, it gets this floofy, it does a little kick out thing at the bottom, and then it just is fluffy. It stays fluffy for a couple days. Unless I like put gunk in it and straighten it and stuff. Which I do that for like church and things, but sometimes. Sometimes I just go like this because I don't have time for anything else. But this is what you get today. Alright, I'm gonna take a few minutes and answer a couple of y'all's questions while I'm out here just doing a fence. All the kids went inside, took them in, they had a snack. Now they're just gonna play inside for a little while. And it was quiet for a minute, and so I was gonna start videoing, and then my father-in-law got on the mower. But I think y'all can hear me okay. That's sweet pea and sugar plum, by the way. My dark Brahma sisters. Okay, do my husband and I have full-time jobs, or do my husband and I have jobs off the farm, or do we work the farm full-time? That was a question. My husband works full-time off the farm. He is a warehouse manager in a nearby, it's not a nearby city, in a city. He's a manager of 3 warehouses in a city that's not nearby. It's like an hour and 20 minutes away. So he has a full-time job that he goes to that is not close. So it adds extra time to his work day. But I do not work off the farm. I am a stay-at-home mom. And I homeschool our 3 kids, ages 11, 9, and 6. And I do, thank you. And I do the gardening. The garden stuff is my stuff. And the majority of the animals are mine. I don't do the cows much. I mean, I watch the cows, keep track of the cows, but I'm not the one who actually works the cows. But everything else is my deal. The goats are mine, the pigs are mine, the chickens are mine, the ducks are mine, the dogs are mine, the cats are mine. That's all my stuff, all my deal. I feed them and take care of them and do all that stuff. And then I'm also, the majority of our food we eat from scratch. So I'm cooking and baking all the time. I'm canning the stuff that we get from here and our fruits and things. The kids love jellies. So one of the videos I'm gonna make pretty soon was a little while back we did a bunch of harvesting of all the muscadine grapes, and I was gonna make muscadine jelly. I put them all in gallon freezer bags and I put them in the freezer for when I get to the point that I can make the jelly. And that's a really easy thing to make. So I was gonna show y'all how I do that when I get there. Like this past weekend, I spent the weekend doing all the outside stuff, but I also processed a bunch of pears and apples. And I was gonna video that, and I didn't. Just because, y'all, when I get busy doing the stuff, I'm just in it and I'm just doing it, and I forget to turn the camera on. And I'll get better about that. I'm gonna share more of like the homeschooling stuff and the canning and the cooking and the things like that, if you want to see that stuff. So there is so much more to this than just animals. So much more. All right, another question I had was, how do I do it all? I don't do it all, y'all. Okay, typically, not at the moment, but typically there's a pile of laundry on my couch. There's dirty dishes in the sink. It is in the mid-afternoon right now, and I have no idea what I'm gonna make for supper. I made pizzas last night. Thank you very much. I made pizzas last night, and I usually make most things from scratch, so things take a long time. Rusty, come on, dude. And I have pork chops pulled out for tomorrow, but I don't know what I'm gonna make tonight. Probably beans and rice or something like that. Which, sometimes I'll get canned beans, which are quick and easy. The rice takes about an hour to cook. But sometimes I just use, dry beans, and those take a couple hours. So I may not have beans. I don't know what I'm gonna make. Sometimes, y'all, there's there's days when I'm just like, you know what, we're having eggs and toast and grits for supper because I don't have anything else planned, because sometimes I don't plan like I should, and sometimes I don't get things done, and sometimes things like school, there are some days that school doesn't get finished and we have to do more the next day to make up for it, which is one of the blessings of homeschooling, is the flexibility, which is great. And so I don't always get everything done. I don't sit down. I say that as I'm sitting right now. I'm sitting and doing stuff. So I don't get everything done, but I get most things done. And it's exhausting, but it's rewarding. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it. It's not the life for everybody. Point of it all is no, I do not do it all. I do my best, and there are times that I get so overwhelmed that I'm like, I can't. Especially when there's like sick animals or something. When I'm dealing with difficult things on top of the difficulties of just normal life, you know, like sick animals or animals that are constantly busting out of their pens, or just extra because there's so many things happening at one time. Sometimes it gets overwhelming. But I try not to get to that point. I try to make sure that there's not so much happening all at one time, to pace myself with things. I'm not very good at that though. And the summertime is the hardest. Like, you would think when the kids are out of school, things would be calmer, but it's just chaotic most of the time when I'm planting and weeding and harvesting and canning, and it's so hot. That gets overwhelming. Fall is a little bit calmer of a time. Even though there's school, it's calmer. And I'm the person, y'all, who keeps adding things onto my plate. Exhibit A. Okay, there's times things that happen and I'm just like, this is just, I just say yes, and it's not in the plans. Y'all, goats were in my plan for next year, not this year. I didn't have the infrastructure ready for them. I didn't have the fencing ready for them. I didn't have the research and the knowledge that I wanted to have ready for them. I wasn't ready for them. And I wasn't going to do it till next year. And then God opened the door to a dairy goat, to Miss Willow, in June of this year. And it was too perfect. And I was like, okay, well, you know, his timing is not our timing. So, and I felt like this is, like, she was meant to be here. This was the perfect first goat, the perfect way to start this whole goat journey. And so I said yes, and we did it. And I have no regrets about that whatsoever. I'm very happy about it. And then one thing led to another, and now I have goats before it was planned, and that's okay. See, that's okay. One of the most important things about being a homesteader is being flexible and being okay when you don't get everything done. Sometimes you just do with the best you can with what you've got, and that's good enough. It's got to be good enough. You drive yourself crazy otherwise. My hair's crazy. Don't want to drive yourself crazy. No. So you gotta have a positive attitude and just be chill and work hard, but be okay when it's not perfect. Be okay when it doesn't all get done. Be okay and know that tomorrow is another day and we can try again. Yes, sweet baby. But y'all, I gotta finish up because I don't have supper planned. So, like I said, I gotta get this done. And then I gotta go inside and figure out supper. He's a sweet boy, y'all. He's the lovingest little thing. Sweet baby boy. He's so sweet. Sweet baby boy. Y'all, what goat does this? My goats do this. My goats love hugs, lovings. And he presses. I keep looking at him on the screen. So I'm looking at him. But so sweet. So sweet. Love the baby. Love the babies. Okay. Alright. For real though, I gotta finish this fence so I can figure supper. Okay, while I finish up this last little bit of the fence, I was gonna answer another question. So hold on, baby doll. Hang on. My plan for the goats in the next year, like my goal on how many I'm gonna have and stuff, there is no plan. Thank you. My friend Miriam asked me that question. There is no plan because you know what? I'm gonna plan it and it's gonna turn out differently anyway. Because what's gonna happen is Will is gonna have a baby and I'm gonna keep one of those babies. And then I'm gonna be at the 5 goats. That's my plan. And then something's gonna happen and Miriam, you're gonna have the cute, adorable baby that I'm not gonna be able to resist. And then I'm gonna breed Annabelle to this guy. And then they're gonna have an adorable baby that I'm not gonna be able to resist. And then, you know, it's just this whole thing that's just gonna happen. And so, Jewel, that's Jewel. This back fence, this is the goat side, or the pig side here. And then this is the fence to my backyard. And I have to have field fence, and then I have to have this fence. And then I have all these things lined up at the bottom of them because Jewel, this one, Jewel, she's a bad girl. She kills my chickens. She tries to kill my piglets. She's naughty. She's not a good farm dog, y'all. She's 2 years old, and we've worked with her ever since we got her and her brother when they were puppies. Still, nope. Can't trust them. Can't leave them with the animals. Have to make sure they can't get to this side. About as aggravating as they come. Yes, you are. You're as aggravating as they come. Here, my father-in-law. He's right. Oop, there he is. Why? I'm glad that doesn't hurt because you're biting really hard. Why are you chewing on me? I probably shouldn't let you do that. Probably shouldn't. You can't do that to pigs. If you let pigs start chewing on you, like when they're little babies, that's one thing. But if you continue to let them do that, I have found, for me, then you get a pig that's very mouthy and a biter. And I don't think goats are that way. I don't think they'll bite. Maybe they will. He's just, him and Annabelle still like to nibble. Usually on my elbows. Whatever, I told y'all my animals are special. They're special. I'm beautiful. Special, I'm beautiful. Okay, y'all, for real, supper. Okay, I gotta, oh wait, hold on. I didn't fold down the pokey pieces yet. Okay, I gotta go fold down the pokey pieces and then I'll go make supper. You gotta move, okay? I gotta fold down the pokies. over. Down and over. Down and over. Down and over. Alright, y'all. Oh, baby. Oh, come here. Okay. Supper was made. Supper was consumed. It was beans and rice. And now it's time to do stuff. Listen. Shh. Hear the train? Listen. Can you hear that train horn? That's cool, y'all. You can hear the train from here. Okay, feet up. Let's do it. Did you start it?
Yeah. You're very welcome.
Now I have to bend down because I don't have it lifted up. All right, y'all.
I will lift it up.
Lacey. In the evenings, when fix it, child.
Okay.
Put it straighter. Whoa. Whoa. In the evenings, when I go collect the eggs, I take some scratch to throw to the chickens. That's all I'm trying to say. Lacey.
I got
Lacey. Lacey. Are you coming too, Oscar? See, he's coming. Are you gonna come, Raza? Raza! Say, kitties like to come with us. Come on, babies. Oscar, you're making the ducks worry. Annabelle. No, ma'am. Okay. They're all getting the same feed this evening. There you go. Y'all, I'm starting to lose my daylight. It's getting darker sooner and sooner. In my opinion, that's the worst part. I mean, there's a lot of parts I really like about fall. But the thing I don't like is losing daylight. So, in case you wondered, the lighting is not going to be good, y'all. It's the daylight is leaving me. What I do is I make my own sanitizer wipes. I use vinegar, water, and a natural soap. And I put in I fill it about halfway, and then I put small sections of paper towels and I fold them up and I stack them up in it and I fill it, and they all absorb the water and vinegar and soap, and that's what I use to sanitize her bag before and after milking. And then I use a rag, a clean rag that I bring out with me, to wipe it down before I actually start milking. And then I have my clean milk bucket, and I always do a few squirts of milk onto, or not into the bucket first. Make sure it's good and clean. And then I start milking. Now, currently we are just drinking the milk raw. I'm not making anything with it yet, but hopefully after I have more than one goat in milk at a time, I will have enough milk that I can make other things with it. Y'all, it's so dark, it keeps trying to focus and it can't. Alright y'all, I get about half a gallon of milk, and I milk once a day. So I get about half a gallon of milk. I know you're done. She's ready to get down. And I am going to be stopping milking pretty soon. In just a couple of weeks, I won't be milking anymore because she's pregnant, and I want to make sure that everything her body needs is going. I want to make sure that everything the baby needs is getting. I don't want her body. You don't want her focusing on making milk when she needs to be focusing on growing babies. Does that make sense? That's what you do. So I'm going to stop milking in a couple of weeks, and then I won't be milking again until after she's had her babies. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Until next time, keep on the sunny side.